Geno, after looking at the film and reevaluating the game, what are your thoughts now about your performance?
Obviously we didn't win the game. I think that's really all that really matters. I thought we had many opportunities, obviously, to get that done and didn't get it done, which is unfortunate. Really would have liked to, win that game. I felt like we were right there. But overall, just something to learn from. A lot of good things on tape and a lot of things we wish we had back. And so just some things to learn from.
Did you sense any real theme to the red zone issues at all, kind of looking at the tape?
Not really. I would say it was probably a bunch of different things that happened. And whatever it is, we got to make sure that we correct it. And, usually we don't have those mistakes, but, for whatever reason it happened. And so I think it was just another good opportunity for us to learn from some things. And, I look forward, like I said after the game, I look forward to the next opportunity.
Geno, when you think of how efficient you've been outside of third downs in the red zone, like knowing if you guys can just get a little bit more out of those areas, the offense might take off. What do you kind of see as how that fits together, and how encouraging would that be if you guys can solve that?
Yeah, it would be very encouraging, but as we all know, it's about execution and it's about what you do. So we haven't, been our best on third down or in the red zone, and I feel like, that's something we've talked about, you guys and I have talked about every single week that I've been up here, is just how to correct those issues. And so, that's something that we all collectively can do a better job at. And like I always say, it starts with me. So I'm gonna figure out ways to be better in those situations. And I know we'll have more of those situations, in the next coming games. And so it'll be a great chance for us to correct those and right those wrongs.
There's been a few times after losses, including on Sunday, where you've gone out of your way to say, put it on me, and this is on me. Why is that so important to you, that level of accountability?
Well, I think I'm just being honest, to be honest. When I'm up there speaking, or when I'm always talking to you guys, I'm really being honest about how I feel about the game. And anytime you get the ball in your hands in the fourth quarter, 2-minute drive, or with a chance to go and take the lead, which we did, we had that opportunity. Those are the moments I live for, and I look forward to those opportunities. And I feel like when the ball's in my hand, when the ball is in the offense's hands, and we have a chance to go take the game, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. And so when it doesn't happen, I always look at myself and say, what do I need to do better? And, as one of the leaders on this team, it's always going to be on me and never anyone else. I'm going to always put it on my shoulders. And it's not a specific reason why I do it. It's just me being honest.
What do you think the message to the rest of the team is when you do that?
Hopefully accountability. Like I said, I'm always trying to find ways to get better and improve. I felt like, this last weekend, this game wasn't my best game. I felt like I could have done a lot of things better. And, I'm not going to back down from that. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect, make a lot of mistakes. But I'm working on correcting those. And so I'm never going to back down from those challenges. And in fact, I look forward to the next opportunity to go out there and kind of correct some of those things.
That position in particular, would you say accountability might be the most important attribute you need?
I think in life. I think that's just the way I view life overall, not just in sports, but overall in life. I think it's great to be accountable, and I think it'll help everybody out, just being more accountable.
I guess not to belabor these points, but there was a play with about 5 minutes to go where it looked like Jackson maybe got open down the middle. That play got a lot of attention kind of later. When you looked at that, did you feel like you should have gotten that to him?
No, he for sure was open and should have gotten the ball, and that would have given us the lead. And like I said, that was one of the mistakes that I made in the game, which was, a few of them, which was a few too many that I made in the game that could have helped us win that game. And so, that's why, when being honest, I say, I put that right on me because everyone else did their job, and I just failed to do mine.
With Jackson, it seems like that was his most productive game at the very least. How have you seen him kind of take strides forward each week? I mean, he's gotten away from the wrist injury now, too. How much have you seen that kind of change him?
I've always said it, man. I thought Jackson, the way that, even after he got the injury and just, kept rolling through it, you saw his toughness. And I think as the weeks come along, he's a rookie. And he's got, everyone's got high expectations. We've all got high expectations for him. He's got high expectations for himself. And so with the games, man, it's a process. And so I was always speaking about that process, and I felt like Jackson was doing all the right things. And, you can see where he's coming along and where he's starting to fit into this offense, and his role is going to, continue to grow. And, I think he's a tremendous player, and he's going to continue to get better over time.
Arizona defense, some of the numbers are deceiving. What do you know to be true about that unit?
Yeah, anytime, you have a defensive head coach defensive-minded, tough-minded head coach and Coach Gannon, you're going to have tough dudes out there on the field. And so they've got a bunch of guys who are out there flying around. They're playing extremely hard. When you watch the film, their record doesn't dictate their effort. They're out there giving it all they got, and they're flying around. And so they're going to, be another tough challenge for us, man. It's the league. Every team's going to, have some good things about them and some things that we can exploit. And so the key is to manage those things and to make the plays when they come.
Even if the result wasn't what you guys wanted, seeing the defense do what it did this past game and really in the previous couple games, just how much does that bode well for the future, seeing them play like that?
I mean, I was so excited for those guys. You can see where things are, kind of coming together for the defense, and they're exactly where we thought they'd be all along. They got so many great players, such great leadership on that side, great coaches. Just overall a bunch of talent and guys who have passion and who love the game. And so you can see where they're a problem. We saw it in camp. We saw it all camp, how they just presented so many matchup problems. And so I'm just excited for those guys. I appreciate having a defense like that because it makes our job on offense that much easier.
Jake got the ball, Bobo, a couple of times too. When you get him and Jackson kind of both consistently getting the ball, a little bit more, how much can that help you guys offensively?
Man, I think the more efficient we are, the more the more I can put the ball into the hands of the playmakers, which we got a bunch of those guys, and Jake and Jackson are two of the guys that we count on. I think the better our offense continues to be. Also, with DK and Tyler and just our running backs and our tight ends, we present so many matchup problems for defenses. And so we just want to get the ball into the hands of the right guy and allow that guy to make plays. And we got so many guys that can do it. So it's really not about one or two particular guys, really just making the right read and letting them do their thing.
I believe Sunday is National Tight Ends Day.
Yeah.
Why do you think tight ends are the only ones that get their own holiday?
They're special, man. They're special. I always talk about they're the glue guys on this offense, and I think they deserve their own holiday just for all the dirty work they put in. They got to be pass blockers, run blockers. Sometimes get overshadowed in the passing game, but as you can see, when Noah, tightrope that sideline, they can make special plays too, and so we see that all year. And it'll be a great day on Sunday because of that.
But you tweeted after the game, we're going to be all right. Were you speaking about yourself or the team, or what was your message you were trying to get out there?
Yeah, myself, the team, everything in general. I think, after that game, man, a lot of emotions. And me as one of the leaders, one of the more passionate guys, I feel like, I didn't want to get caught up in my emotions. And so I just understand that there's a bigger picture to it. We got a lot of games to play. Obviously, like I said, I made some mistakes that wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake in my life, right? But, I made some mistakes that I wish I could have back. And just knowing that there's a bigger picture and, we will be fine. We'll be okay.
You mentioned all the matchups you guys present on offense with all the weapons. Why do you think those matchups aren't translating to production on third down and in the red zone?
Just for whatever reason, the execution hasn't been there. And so, I think, again, it comes down to what we do on the field. It comes down to me putting the ball into the hands of the playmakers and getting the ball to them in rhythm so that they can make plays. So I think it just comes down to that, overall execution. Just in those moments, those specific moments, the third downs, the red zone, I feel like we can be a lot better. And so overall, I just got to do a better job of getting the ball out fast, being accurate, and allowing the guys to make plays in space.
This accountability, in professional sports, it's always something. There's a reason for this, a reason for that. And a lot of guys will deflect and say this and that. Was the New York experience part of you owning up and being as accountable as you are? You say it's how you approach your life as well. But has your career arc contributed to how you conduct yourself?
Great question, but I'll say no. I've just always been that way. I'm a perfectionist at heart, and so I've always been that way. I don't see it as anything hard or anything like that. It's not tough to be accountable. I just think that's who I am. That's how I was raised, and so in my upbringing in my household, you had to be accountable. So I just kind of took it to life.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys.